right, we are back in our next episode, presented to you by Bollock Studios, where football nutmegs the nonsense lah. Hey, Kuhan, welcome back,
Woo.
man. You were missing for 2 episodes
2 weeks.
previously. Yeah, hey,
Yes.
welcome back, man. How was
Right.
your break?
Good. We were in Portugal. We were in Porto, where
Right.
Jose Mourinho won his Champions League, and then we were in Lisbon, where I think our Cristiano Ronaldo played his game there. So it was a good holiday. It was great. It was fantastic, and I think I missed a lot of the drama.
Yeah, so speaking of the drama and all, my goodness, what a weekend, man. What a weekend. So let's see. Speaking of some of the nonsense, Chelsea lost. Man City, who lost as well against Good Evening.
Good evening.
Good Evening. And of course, 4 in a row, huh?
For who?
In a row. Four
Hey,
in a row for
Amorin's 4 or 5. I should forget.
Okay, so when I said last week 4 in a row was including the was
Correct.
including the midweek as well. The lost
So then it's
Champions
4
League.
EPL.
So now it's 4 in a row in the EPL. Yes, again, adding on to some of the nonsense, yeah. I think Tragedy October will be a very good song for Liverpool. This one. So
Don't lah. They were going to win the league, what, with all their signings. I mean, that's what. I mean, most Liverpool fans were that they were telling me with Isak, with Ekitike and Florian Wirtz, with the players they bought, they're going to win the league
yeah. And
by
but of course,
Christmas.
yeah, that's what they say, right? But well, by the
Yeah,
looks
but
of
you
it,
cannot write them down lah. You cannot write them down lah. I mean, we laugh
yeah,
now. You never know. Suddenly they will
yeah.
laugh at us back.
Yep,
You'll
still
never
early.
know. But again, disclaimer to all our viewers here. Always remember, you guys had 10 seasons bantering United. So, when United fans gets the chance, it is what the great Eminem said, right? Opportunity comes once in a lifetime. So,
No, I think the MU fans deservedly needs to, how to say, make fun and pull the Mickey out of Liverpool lah for now. Definitely, because I think it's time already to
right.
do it. Yeah, and me on the other hand, why you want to do that is because Liverpool and their fans somewhat has become arrogant lah, from a working class team with not much money and rotating. Klopp, even in his interview, he said that he didn't know they got that much money to buy players. His recent interview,
His recent interview. So,
and it's like, what the hell, like that, right? And from that
exactly.
humble beginning team, now they became like the world most arrogant team around lah. The way they harassed Newcastle for their talismanic striker, and yeah, it's like amazing. I didn't expect this. I had friends messaging me, hey, sell Isak lah, why you all keeping, like, as though I'm owning the floor and holding his hand like that. But the point is, the level of arrogance has increased in the years, actually, or
Yep.
maybe with Arnold Slot lah, I don't know. But anyway, they deserve it. They really deserve it. I enjoy doing this as well.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice. So, Sharif, you're good as well, huh?
I'm
weekend,
good. I'm good. Surprise. That's
Yeah,
also
yeah.
wanted to say.
Why
I
surprise?
agree.
I mean, I thought the what do you call it, the spell will got broken, right? With Brentford.
We were expecting that, right? But Sharif, you were right. So you see, now for those who have tuned into our last episode, Sharif did mention along the lines that Brentford might nick something in, right?
They didn't nick it. They hammered it.
Exactly. But and I was hopeful. That okay lah, Liverpool might end their pretty poor run. But hey, here we are again, right? So guys, that having said, we've got topics lined up over the weekend. Lots of games, lots of matches as well. So we had obviously Newcastle against Fulham. We'll be covering Brentford and Liverpool. Stick around, yeah.
For sure.
And of course, United and Brighton, what a win. For the first time, we are probably going to cover the El Clasico. So this is the first time we're going to cover a La Liga game. Just casual. Hala Madrid, right? So yeah, let's kickstart, right? So Newcastle, Kuhan, last week they had a midweek Champions League, I think, against Benfica. Yeah, was a good win, and followed obviously by the good win against Fulham as well. So hey, take us through, man. What were your findings on the? Let's start with the Champions League one.
No, I think the Champions League one I was against Jose Mourinho's Porto, and they won 3-0. They played very well. They dominated the
Oh,
match.
wait.
And
Jose Mourinho's Benfica, you mean?
sorry, Benfica. I'm getting confused with this actually.
Well, he managed
Ah,
Porto long ago, so
he managed what I see where my memory is. Okay, he's managing Benfica. This Benfica team, I mean, they are Champions League regulars. They did pretty well. They in their own league and everything. But Newcastle swept them away. It was, and Newcastle start with a different team actually, a midfield with Luis Miley, 19 years old, teenage superstar. And also with Jacob Ramsey, and they played, they beat, and that's it. And then the Fulham match, which to my surprise, I'm getting the feeling that not only the Newcastle match, Premier League teams are preparing. The importance are for the Premier League, and the Champions League is where they're testing all this their systems, their new players, and all these things. All it's no more that I think the quality of the current league system, because you have this you play a lot of team, and it's the league is more less competitive, I think. So therefore you can see difference in the Newcastle especially, and even Liverpool did it, and a lot of other teams where they are using lesser. So I got a feeling that teams, even including Newcastle, they are preparing for the Champions League with most of the new signing, different system, a lot of rotation. Newcastle have squad depth now, you can see. And when you go segue to Fulham, that's when you saw the gameplay was totally different. Newcastle were just 20 minutes. The first 20 minutes they were incredible, and the last 20 minutes they were incredible. In between, they were just like normal. It's like the message is like, okay, you press for high octane 20 minutes. If you don't score the goal, you chill down for a while, and then you start back again. It's like they're managing their intensity actually, and I understand why, because Newcastle cannot play their high octane football like in all four competitions. So yeah, the Fulham win was a good win. Some people say that if you are good, you can win ugly. Some people say that it's work in progress. A win is a win. But it was two systems being played. I think Sharif was telling that we lack Isak. To a certain extent, we lack a player like Isak, which made the difference for the winner, actually. So with Walter Mother, he likes link-up play. He comes deep, he takes. That's why you see in the Benfica game, Gordon and Barnes, the wingers are scoring. And this is and Nick Pope finally gave what an assist with his with his hand throw. I mean, I always hated Nick Pope because he cannot distribute with his leg, but then with his hands, my God, what an assist. So anyway, the wingers are scoring now for when Walter is playing, and when in against Fulham, they remove at the 60th minute Walter, and they put Osula, which is our young striker. But he is all pace. So when the gameplay changed, because now Newcastle started the high octane football, they can go on the front foot like how they used to play with Isaac and all, and they got a goal from it. So I can see two different systems. It's a good win, still a mixed season for Newcastle. Let's see how they do against the next team.
right. I mean, yeah, I mean, they. I think it was a good win overall, for Newcastle.
Yeah,
Was a
yeah, of
good win.
course. I mean, climbing up the table slowly.
Slowly.
I mean, they never had a good start. They never had a good start. As far as I can remember, I never seen them having a good start actually. Like
Mm-hmm.
they win the last 5, 6, the first beginning 7, 8 games straight. Never happened. Never happened.
Right.
Suddenly in
Correct.
December or January, you will see them in like third, fourth, slowly creeping in around the thing. Like
Mm-hmm.
they hit form around like the middle and towards the Christmas, I think.
Right. So, all right. So, moving on to the next one. Well, to our viewers, we did invite a Liverpool supporter friend of ours. We invited Kevin, but then quite unfortunately, he could not join us due to some personal errands that he's got to handle. Yeah. So, but nevertheless, the show goes on. It still continues. Yeah. So, moving on to the next part of it, Brentford and Liverpool, man. Here,
What a game.
here we go again. I don't know. I mean, I have my thoughts on it in a nutshell, but Sharif, I want to hear from you, man. For those who have tuned in to last week's episode, yeah, there was a song in it, right? But before we get into all those banters and all, Sharif, Tell us, man. Tell us what did you make of the Brentford and Liverpool? Sharif. I mean, Banters aside for now,
Mm.
but Brentford and Liverpool, man. Once again, what do you think? What worked? I don't know what
What
worked.
happened?
What happened? You tell us, man.
I seriously don't know. I was expecting a Liverpool fan to come in, but then I think yeah, I really want to ask why where he right is seeing the issue is right now. But
Mhm.
from my side, what I could see is I know Kuhan we also spoke in WhatsApp line,
Yeah, we
right?
spoke right last time around.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. But I'm kind of surprised. How can a team who spent almost 400 million become much more worse than
Why are you surprised?
I don't know. I don't know. I mean,
Why are you surprised?
I
the
mean,
Why? Why? I mean, it was written like a hit actually. I mean, I didn't want to say it before, but a lot. I mean, you always feel that you cannot just change all the team just like that.
I agree. I agree. I know that will be because I think a couple of episodes earlier, when we invite the Arsenal fan and then also during Newcastle as well, I was also, kind of surprised in a way, right? They surprised this bad they are, right? I know they will go through a transition, quote and unquote transition, because to
Hey, come
to
on lah!
assimilate these new players, right?
No, that's not an
But
excuse lah.
but yeah, look, I mean, City did also buy big 3 years ago. Chelsea every year they buy big, but they
But they are not champions. Chelsea. I just wanted to add. Most of the time, a title-winning side will add only one or two players in. I think when Jurgen Klopp's first COVID title, they only add one player, and then the even Arne Slot they add only one or two players. You don't overhaul your title-winning team to make a big difference. Actually, I think if you look back at the data, you will see that each team which won the title, they always will have one or two changes. The team is pretty stable, and we're seeing that in Arsenal now. They have squad depth. The core is still there. So I think it was expected that Liverpool will not be able to come out with all guns.
so Sharif, you were saying as well.
Yeah, you were talking about being surprised.
yeah,
Sorry.
yeah. So that's why I mean I could see the difficulties, right? Or maybe the patches, or but then not this bad, man. I mean, 4 games in a row, not winning in DPL. I think Jamie Carragher also said, right, for a champions to lose 4 in a row, after spending that, it's a crisis. I mean, wow. I
It
don't
is a
I
crisis.
do not want to call it a crisis or
It
label it
is a
as crisis,
crisis.
yeah. But since the legendary Jamie Carragher, the
But
one and only
he
Scouser, right? Yeah, was telling him.
But in
but he
all,
was
but in all
he
this,
was
right? Where is the media shout outs? Where are they, man?
oh, it's coming
It's
creeping in
coming, yeah,
slowly a
yeah.
day. It's
It's
coming in a
coming a
day.
day, huh?
Yeah, it's
It
coming in a
is.
day.
It is coming. I think every weekend and week out, and if you follow certain podcast channels like us, and then other channels, football channels, even
Yeah.
they are all talking about Liverpool right now. Are they what's happening with them? Some I think some are mentioning like what Kuhn is saying, right? They bring in players, but then they change too
Too many
drastically.
players.
Yes, too
Mhm.
Too
drastically
drastic.
at
Yeah.
important roles as well. It's like I do not know whether it was Arne Slot or Slot's what do you call that decision to get all this player in and then try to fix it together, right? But
Yeah, I think
yeah,
that was it.
I think for me, I know we can discuss about tactics and positioning. I think this is where I think Slot's management and also leadership as a proper manager, right? He has to prove it, right? Because you see, he has a dilemma right now. The current striker that is in form right now is Etitike, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
But then if he does not play Etitike, we saw a couple of weeks when he dropped Florian Wirtz, and the media was telling, oh, you're not playing your 125 mil or whatsoever.
Yep.
So
Yep.
and that guy did well in the international break, Florian Wirtz, right? So is it a Liverpool problem? So the same thing as well. When he bring in Etitike, where he's going to play in, and then you have the Mo Salah changing his Twitter account and so on and so forth, right? So for me, I know Cohen is going to touch on the tactics, but I'm touching on the environment, right? That it's created into Liverpool.
Yeah.
Do you
Yeah, correct.
suspect it has become a toxic environment?
Yeah, yeah. I think it became a lot of egos, right? A lot of egos, and also it gives the pressure to the manager as well, right? Because you spend too much, but then you're putting your expensive player at the bench or not playing, right? And not playing your proper right back as well. You know, you have what was it? Yeah, Bradley, and
Bradley.
then you're playing Szoboszlai, but you bought Frimpong like a one-on-one exchange for Trent Alexander.
No, but Frimpong is a right winger actually.
Exactly,
He's not a
exactly.
right
Yeah,
back.
now you're seeing he's deploying. So I do not know what's going on what Slot is trying to do, but I think he's yes, I think I agree. He's doing too much at the same time. I think he's not only
Sorry. So my question is, did Slot end up buying players he didn't need?
No, I think he's going to get sacked.
what no lah, no lah,
Totally, I didn't answer your question.
no
I just
lah.
wanted to say it out now. He's going to get sacked. He's going to get sacked by December for
No,
sure.
What?
Yeah.
why I asked this
Why?
You heard
question?
it first here.
Yeah, by
You see,
December you hear it first year, man.
I know. I got the feeling he's going
In
to
the
get sacked.
morning. Go on,
Yeah.
go on.
I think he's
no,
going to.
but hear me out, guys. So I mean, listen, I mean, why I asked that question is because look, United went through that. For starters, yeah. For starters, when United signed Donny van de Beek, and pundits, as I will quote, almost quote lah, not word for word, but when Patrice Evras did say that you signed a player you didn't need,
Yes.
so why do you even sign? So hence my question, and this question goes to the fans and to the viewers out there as well, right? Did Slot end up spending on players he actually didn't really need?
Yeah,
I
go on. What
I
do you
I
think?
think I think okay, they needed a striker to replace Darwin Nunes. That was very clear.
Okay.
Because while Darwin Nunes doesn't score, he does affect the team. If you look at his game last season, the amount of second assists or the assists and how he disrupt the team, so how he press, all these things are there. So they thought they can get an upgrade. Ekitike is an upgrade, to be honest with you.
I agree.
But the problem is Isak and Ekitike are actually very similar players.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know why they wanted Isak after they got Ekitike. But I
I
think
agree.
the problem was they promised Isak already, I think, with the agents and all these things all. So and then they used when Newcastle bid for Ekitike, which was accepted, they said that okay, if you're going to sell Isak, we won't bid for Ekitike. So Newcastle said we're not going to sell Isak. So they went for Ekitike, they got him, and then the Isak thing also happened.
So
So
well played
this
by Newcastle lah.
on
let
hindsight,
let
yes,
them spend.
but on hindsight, yes, but on the other hand, it's okay to have two kinds of similar players as well. It's still because there's a lot of competition to play and all these
And
things.
it creates depth. I agree. Yeah. So
Yeah,
it's some
depth and
level of depth.
competition. Yeah,
Yeah.
and they replaced Diaz with what is this? I mean, not Diaz actually per se lah. They removed Diaz, which is again a very important player, and they want the key signing here was is Florian was. The reason is because that one they bought to break the low blocks. They wanted the creative power. This is exactly what they did with Thiago Alcantara as well, which
But
didn't work well
but
for
when
them as well.
you say break the low blocks, they are now struggling playing against teams who are playing low blocks. So
Yeah, I heard Matt, you got some?
so before I get into all that, right? So here's the thing. Okay, so I just pictured this, right? Okay, so yeah, I mean we can go all day long talking about Slot could have he's still trying to integrate. I think we were Sharif last episode we were talking about it, right? I
Integration.
about in okay, so where I was coming from was okay, perhaps I would say into a certain degree of defense lah for Slot
Okay,
Liverpool,
defend
right?
lah.
Where yes, again, we want to say quote and unquote lah. I still do not agree when people say Liverpool is undergoing transition. No. However, with the players he has signed, yes, he's probably still trying to find the right system
Yeah.
to accommodate the players that he has signed, which I agree. But the part that I totally cannot agree is the excuses he's making in the press conference. If if if, if Slot were to write a song,
Here we go.
it might if Slot were to write a song, I will play this song. I will play this song,
Oh my god, we're gonna piss a lot of people off, lah. I mean, people are going to throw the cocktail at us in the house. Don't tell our address.
Banana.
Let's
Better you sing
So
properly. Yeah?
for oh yeah, that one.
what can I
so
did?
so as I said, right, if Slot were to write a song and sing during his press conference, it might just sound something like this, Hello, Brentford, my old pain. You come to haunt my reds again. Because my tactics softly sleeping left our defense once more limping. And the goals that were planted in our net still remain within the sound
Of
of
silence.
silence.
The silence of United, proudly sponsored by.
So coming back to
Not
my,
bad,
you
ah,
see,
Matt.
so
Coming back, not bad,
Okay,
ah, Matt.
but you see, that is the thing, right? It's like I cannot accept his excuse. Believe me, if this excuse was given by a United manager,
roast.
oh, finish, wait. Tomorrow itself, we forget.
But to his defense, I think the first comment that saying that teams who are playing against Liverpool have changed the style of playing. They're going, long balls and everything. Especially he quoted United a few times. He also quoted the second thing that where Isak was coming from a smaller club, the preparation. Yeah, he quoted that as well.
Really?
To his defense, I think what he meant actually is basically he's meaning that teams have find a way to beat them, and that is one of the ways, and he has to find a way to solve that. Actually, that's what he meant. I think there's probably a language thing going on here. So yeah, to his defense,
But again, Slot's English that bad.
Yeah, I think it's
This is similarly like how Klopp said it,
no, but sometimes the language plays a
So
difference. I mean, I think his Dutch, his English should be good. But at the same time, he actually corrected himself in the next press conference. He told he's giving a compliment to other teams to actually finding a way to beat them.
okay lah.
not reading the wrong chapter, huh, Matt? Salah baca bab. This is also, I'm surprised. I mean,
Correct.
if one or two games, I kind of agree. The point of view, right, from him, where he sees that the teams, know how to beat him, right? I think Pep also had that issue as well, where teams were just sitting back and then counter. They just let his Cities, his Barcelonas, his Bayern Munich, right, just have the ball and then counter, right? But it did not. I mean, Pep did not went through like 4 games in a row, losing to a like what Kuhan was saying, quote and unquote small team, right? I mean, he was giving statistics, 586 long balls. I mean, for me, I do not know, Matt. Maybe you can, or Kuhan, you can Google for me. I need that's the most word balls being using in a press conference.
I said that he'll get sacked by December.
Right, sacked by
Yeah,
December. Matt,
he'll get sacked
So
by
you
December.
think you'll get
okay.
sacked?
Well, I've never liked this topic. I mean,
Why not?
I'm being real. Okay, let's
Hey,
be
we get
human.
if we all get sacked, we get nothing. But they all get sacked, they
They
get a
get
lot of
something.
compensation.
Touch.
So it's okay to talk.
but yes, I mean my point of view, right? I mean, look, Sharif, good point. I mean, Sharif, good point as well. If you ask me, I don't think he would get the sack. Only reason why, again, I still go back to what I was mentioning earlier. Again, yeah, in to a certain degree of defense for Liverpool, yeah. The song was just banter. Anyway, jangan terasa ya. So, but of course, so coming to what I was mentioning earlier. So yes, you went with the approach of like kind of like overhauling and okay, who we can sign signings,
Upgrade,
create
yeah.
the squad depth, whatnot, and all. So you only figured that was the current solution. But what's after that? What's the system that you want to play? Okay, fine. You inherited a winning squad, last season. So
Mm,
that's a given. They inherited a winning squad. This season is actually no excuse. It's
no
like
excuse,
how
yeah.
the fans are already saying. It's no excuse already. This is slot season. Why? Because you brought in your players. These are the players that slot wanted, and you signed. Now only you want to headache and figure out what system would work.
I think he knows the system. I think he's
No,
playing the system.
but
He's not.
but
He's not working.
it's not working. So what else, right? So hence the reason why I still defend, because he will surely need some time to get the players to adapt into the system.
Again lah, this
I
adaptation lah.
yeah. Will need to adapt not to the league, because not to the league, it's the slot punya system, right? He needs to work around that, right? So it's like starting, okay, which also may lead to my next question as well. With all the players and almost 500 million signings, right? This is my next question. Is Mo Salah remains a player undroppable?
I think
Is that also
Salah,
causing the
Salah,
problem?
Salah. No, Salah is not the central figure anymore. Actually, they want to attack to centrally and playing the ball around. So he's like, I think the last game I saw Salah as pressing, which I never seen him doing. Salah dropping back in quite some time. Another point which goes along with what you're saying is that I think for Liverpool's defense, actually, they cannot replace a player like Trent Alexander-Arnold. It's
Okay,
impossible.
I can also to add on to that as well. Okay, may or may not be right about this lah. With all the 500 million signings and the outgoings, whatever and all that, were some of these players to actually play Salah's position? I don't know. However, I'm still curious lah to know. Because in my eyes, I feel that it's already high time that like you guys were mentioning egos in the team.
You think it's an egos thing?
I don't know lah. I agree with Sharif. I think yeah,
I
it
Which
is.
ego? Mohamed Salah?
I think players are
Van Dijk, player ego.
see I think that there was also certain again opinions around the net as well, right? They actually wanted to let go Salah last season during the current
They should have. They sold the
exactly,
wrong players.
but he performed too much, Kun. I think he performed too well,
Yeah, he
and
Yeah.
overperformed
and
himself. Yeah,
now that's why I just feel now I'm feeling maybe you're right, Kun. I mean, they already spent 300 million and this manager is not working, and maybe we get someone that can works with the team, with this profile of players, with these big players who have expectation, but I also think if they could wait, I do believe Liverpool need to get rid of their old players that are aging, right? Like Salah in there as well, right?
hence my continuation of your statement as well. Why I also believe that Slot won't get sacked in this by December.
If
I
I
think
if
he's
that,
going to get
that's a big
sacked.
if now if I listening
I
to both of you
the
right now.
the reason, okay, in my
Yeah, go
opinion,
ahead.
okay, when I saw the Brentford Liverpool game, they clearly lack leadership
Mm.
because in Brentford team, of course, they scored the beautiful goals, the set piece, the throw-ins, all were incredible. The long throws, Coyote was amazing. He was playing like Yaya Toure, prime Yaya Toure, and Igo Thiago as well. And of course, Brentford had Liverpool. Liverpool. Well, let me put it properly. Brentford had the most successful Liverpool captain ever playing for them, former Liverpool captain. Jordan Henderson was amazing.
I know, yeah.
He was amazing. He was showing leadership qualities and everything, which Van Dijk didn't have actually. I mean, looking at it in this game in particular. And Brentford keeper was also Gallagher, if you remember who is he.
Yeah, ex
yes,
Liverpool also as well.
yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are 2, 3 ex-Liverpool players there. So how I'm seeing this is that I think this is a difficult problem to repair now for Arne Slot. Because you cannot replace generational talent like Trent Alexander-Arnold. Yeah, we say we slack him for his lack of defending, but the aspect of play he brings as a fullback, coming inside, moving around and giving the ball, opening up for Salah and distributing the ball all don't exist anymore for Liverpool. So that's why they're putting Slobo Slider and trying to
Exactly. Yeah, just to
recreate
yeah.
that thing again. And the second thing is that the EPL doesn't allow players like Florian Roos to waltz around the game. I mean, if you are seeing European matches, I mean, we will get to the El Clasico. You notice that the players have time and space actually to play that ball. But in Premier League, you do not get that,
Don't get
and
that.
you do not get that amount of space to pass around. Yes, some of his passes were incredible. They were good. The finishing was not so great. I think Ekitike being a bright spark is just covering up all these parts actually of
I agree.
Liverpool's cracks lah. So this is the thing, and they're also having injury problems as well. So a combination of these things is likely going to lead to a sack.
Right, right. Okay, all right. So you say sack, I say no, Sharif in between.
But I want to add some more. We have to give credit to Brentford. Come on. I
Yeah,
mean,
long balls and long
they were.
throws.
It worked because Kid Andrews.
Wait,
You
wait,
see,
wait, wait, wait.
eh, are
Correction.
we going there?
Brentford.
Brentford, right? What did I say?
You.
Bournemouth.
Yeah.
Bournemouth, Brentford, Porto, Benfica. My God.
So, but yeah, yeah, I agree. Big, I mean, credits to Brentford as well, man. I mean, the long throws. I mean, the set
They
pieces
were
lah,
they were
really lah.
expected to get relegated.
Yeah, exactly. And look at them, man.
Yeah.
So they've already killed. They've already destroyed two big teams, if I'm right,
Yep.
United and Liverpool. So on to the few others as well lah. So right, guys.
Wait. Before I need to add some more. Nanti kau add benda ni lah. We have to give credit for Kid Andrews, because he is an assistant manager for what is this? Thomas Frank,
Mhm.
the current Spurs, who was
Yep.
Brentford manager. He was also a coach for Giovanni Trapattoni, Tony Pulis, and Sam Allardyce. So
Long balls.
that's why you get all your set piece and
Whoa.
long throws and everything. And for them to not sign anyone outside and take an assistant, he's basically a set piece coach
Coach,
as
yeah.
well and the assistant manager. And it's good lah. During the game, the referee got substituted. You'll notice,
I didn't watch the game.
No, I didn't. I didn't watch the game. Yeah.
Well, didn't work. Yeah, I watched the game. Referee got substituted. He took his hamstring.
Warm up tak jadi lah.
Yeah, yep. And a player to watch in Brentford is Damsgaard lah. What a
Damsgaard.
player.
Yep.
Yeah, what a player.
Correct.
So
What a player.
I mean, we tend to focus a lot on the big teams, and I think Brentford deserves it lah this time around.
Right. Cool. So well, good. Yeah, good points, man. There as well. I mean, really good. I mean, really kudos to Brentford and the team, man. So all right, moving on, guys. So of course, very quickly we had Arsenal on top of the table. A good, decent win, man, against Palace, and
And
we had
and
City, who got good evening. So Sharif, your thoughts on Arsenal, man? Your thoughts on Arsenal and Palace?
I think Arteta has, I would not say that he found the winning formula, but I think he's just right now, trying to get results where it matters, right? I mean, with Crystal Palace is definitely a team in form, right? And he managed to get 1-0. Though, yeah, I mean, if you look at Arsenal this season, I would not say difficult games, but tricky games, right? Tricky
Mm-hmm.
games. They are getting results. They are scraping results and digging in some results, and so I think it's working what Arteta is doing right now, right? But I don't feel like they are they are imbalanced or like they have like a
they're
winning
stable.
squad. Yes, they are very stable. Only 3 goals, man. Only
Yeah.
3 goals conceded. That's the best thing how you can build up a football club. Having
How
a
you build, how win title also, right?
correct.
I mean, there
How
is a
how to be number 2 for 3
there's a
times.
no there is
Let's
a
see.
there is a quote I want to there is a quote I want to add. I think they say that strikers win you matches, defenders wins you titles.
I agree. I agree. I
So
agree. I agree.
yeah,
And I think that's always he how many seasons, I mean, we talk, right, this, I think this is his 5th or 6th season, right? And the only player that are kept when he joined Arsenal are only 2 players, right? And how many times he changed his defense, I mean, multiple times we see season in season out.
to get that perfect.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly. One time we thought Tomiyasu was the one, and then
Yeah,
suddenly
exactly.
changed,
And he
right?
got
And then
sold.
exactly,
Sold, right?
exactly. And
Yeah.
suddenly he couldn't play, right? And then no
Yep.
one thought Ben White can play for Arsenal again. And then now Ben White is doing
as a right back,
exactly, exactly. People thought Ben
Yeah.
White is gone. People thought Aaron Ramsdale was the proper keeper. He made the wrong choice, bringing in
yeah,
David Raya, right?
Gone.
So there's a lot of experiment, and that hence Arsenal's
a lot of experiments.
hashtag
Yeah,
trust the
you're right.
process. But let's see. I,
Trust the
I I think
process.
it's still early. Arsenal has the
It's still
tendency
early.
like an elephant on the tree, right? But let's see. If let's see after Christmas how it
Yep,
develops.
yep.
Yeah. But
But
yeah.
before I we move on to City. City got beaten by Villa.
Villa.
There's of course, as they say lah. Not they. I mean, I think Gary Neville was saying it as well that it's Arsenal's title to
Yeah, I
lose.
agree. I agree.
Yeah, so I totally agree with that as well. I
Really?
mean,
Yeah. I don't think so. I don't think so because it's
yeah,
I think they will also. I hope lah. I hope they actually. It's nice that they're building up the emotion that they are title winning team, but it's not that yet because we are still just what 8 games in, 9 games in.
9, yeah, 9.
Yeah, I mean you got 30 games more. No, 20, we forget the context. 20. I mean, if 9 games mean what 29 games more, right?
8,
Yeah,
9,
29 games more.
29 lah.
So
29 games more.
29 games more. We
With
are
the
we are
Champions League,
barely
yeah.
10%.
Anything can happen lah.
Yeah.
So
Anything can
I
happen.
agree.
yeah. So yeah, moving on to City. Good evening.
Tough luck,
So
huh?
yeah,
Good. What do you
did
think?
you all watch? Did you watch the game, or anyone of you all watch the game?
No, I
No, no,
didn't
no.
watch the
I
game.
watch El
Uh,
Clasico.
all right, man. So yeah, City obviously now level on points with United. Obviously level on.
How
City level
about
on points with United.
how about
How about that, man? Only goal difference are separating them between
yeah,
fifth, was it fifth and sixth? Yeah. So
yeah.
Again,
so
9 games only, huh?
yeah, exactly. Just 9 games only. Yeah. So we'll
But
get to
no,
the we will get to the
we have
United one. We'll get to the
no, I'm
United
talking
one
about
after this.
City. City having 9 games only. I'm talking about City. I haven't talked about United yet.
Okay.
Not yet, not yet. Yeah. So that having said, finally, we for the first time we're going to cover this very big game, obviously the El Clasico. Yeah. So knowing Shariff, a big Real Madrid supporter as well. Yeah. So I mean. Honestly, I tuned in to the second half only. I managed to tune in at that time. I agree. It's actually very different to watch La Liga and EPL. Two different
It's
types
different, yeah.
of footballs, right? Very different, right? So to bring into the context, Cohen, you were mentioning that the space that you don't get in the English league, when you watch La Liga, the space to dribble and all that stuff. So Sharif, take us through, man. Your views on the El Clasico. I mean, it was a good win from Real Madrid. So tell us, man.
Hala Madrid.
I actually it's also last time I was also a Barcelona fan because I like they build the youth team and everything, right? But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I think Barcelona became arrogant and I didn't like when they say they won the World Cup for 2010, right?
Yep.
With the Catalonians, right?
Mm-hmm.
So and it's always like that. I mean Barcelona likes to talk and their players, right? Likes to talk, right? And
But there is a political reason for it.
yeah, I know. They
There is a
they they they
political,
want to
deep
come out.
political
They do
reason.
not
I
want to
don't.
come out. But
No, no, they want to come out.
yeah,
They want to come out.
yeah,
But at the same time, they are. I mean, within the Spanish,
correct.
Yeah.
So, but they have that arrogance, which I think, in my opinion, based on meeting a couple of Catalonians, their reasons are quite strong. So, but when we see it from the football lens, we think they are arrogant, but there is a reason to it actually. But anyway, so you think they're arrogant, so then you went to the even more arrogant team lah, which is Real Madrid.
Just,
So
just,
tell us about
just,
Well,
Real
wait,
just.
wait,
Madrid,
wait,
man.
just to quote. The team which says that they don't want to sign Ronaldinho because he's not good looking for
Yeah.
marketing purpose.
Then
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's a real quote.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
during Ronaldinho, I was a Ronaldinho fan.
Yeah, who wasn't?
I think it was a really good game. Last season, I mean, Real Madrid couldn't win. I think met Barcelona for 4 times in all competition, and they lost everything, right? And they beat Barcelona 4-0 as well, right? That's the biggest loss Real Madrid faced. Since the their new Real Madrid or their new structure, right? But one thing I'm impressed. I think I got to say that Xabi Alonso. I mean, even though he's young, right? I mean, you clearly could see that he's not feeling a position that is bigger than him. I mean, we talk a lot of the dramas, right? I mean, the selections drama, how he handled Mbappe and Vini, right? And one of it, he's a 3-4-3 guy. I mean, he won the with Bayer Leverkusen with the same formation and invisible run, right? Beaten Bayern Munich, right? But then when he came to Real Madrid, he wants to play or he wants to play a system that's going to fit to the players as well. So to sum up,
Yep.
I thought Real Madrid could win more, right? But then at the end, I think Xavi Alonso just want to manage the game, right? Just want to manage the game. They have a midweek game as well coming in as well, and that's where we saw a lot of characters not happy getting substitute and so on, right?
Yes.
I
So
want
yeah,
I want to add something about Xabi Alonso.
Go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
So I think you have to see Xabi Alonso pedigree. His father was a former professional player, former manager. He worked under. I mean, he played under Vicente
The
Del
top
Bosque,
managers,
Yep.
yes.
Rafa Benitez, Jose Mourinho, Ancelotti, Pep Guardiola. It's like all under these people. And the thing about him, which I admire a lot, is he's unfazed.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's the right word. He's
He
unfazed,
don't he
and
don't give 2 cents. Yeah.
yeah, and he's playing, for example, the English player, which is now in Real Madrid, in the Kaka position.
Yep.
Right.
If you
The
notice,
number
the
5.
Kaka position don't exist anymore
Mm-hmm.
actually, but he's playing him there, and that's where he's flourishing.
Right.
And of
Right.
course, and he's managing the players like Mbappe and also Vinicius Junior, who wants to play left more than central. So he's doing well actually.
I agree.
I mean, yeah. I mean, speaking of Vini, right? I mean, look, he's a marvelous player, lah. Marvelous player, right? But what I could not brain was, when you get substituted, lah. I know you are big players, right? But then I just admired the way when Alonso just did not give
Shrug it
the
off.
right
Exactly. Like
Yeah,
Kuhan
answers
said,
to
unfazed.
nothing.
I don't give a damn.
unfazed, man.
Yeah.
So I really like that, man.
Yes, I really like that. I really like that.
Players, of course, I mean, look, players, of course, they will surely get frustrated, lah. They're still trying to contribute and score and all that, right? And the next thing you know, you're getting subbed off, and
Yeah.
the
And
next
he
thing you know,
was
you start
dangerous. He
mumbling,
was
and
really dangerous. He was
he
really dangerous.
Yeah,
was.
yeah.
Yeah.
He
So
was everywhere.
yeah,
They
so
brought him in for Rodrigo.
yes, and wow, I think I that one I gotta give it, man, to
And to be fair, even Vinicius Junior, so he was very frustrated in the field, and he just entered down the tunnel, and then he came back again. He didn't come and sat back angry and all these things or nothing. So of course, it's not a nice optics to watch, but I think he managed to manage his emotion by
game
going
management,
down.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, and managed it overall
And
as
to
well,
add
lah.
another, I will say another leadership point of view from Xavi Alonso. I think after the
mm,
match, that there was a there was a fight or something or push
emotion.
emotion and everything. He pulled Vini Junior. Guys, there's a video. He pulled Vini
Yeah, yeah,
Junior
yeah,
and he
yeah.
asked join there. I mean, shows how big he is. He really loves his players. He really take care. Like Quinn was mentioning. I mean, he has been a player from many clubs, football,
And great managers. Yeah.
footballing,
Under some of the
footballing type.
best
Yeah.
I
So
managers.
mean, pedigree lah. I
correct.
mean, I
Yep.
know him. I know him. That he was a good player by reputation alone. He was in Real Sociedad, which is like not a big team at that time. But anyway, he's gonna be future Liverpool's manager soon at some point.
Let's see. That's one quote. That's one quote. I think when he was managing what they call that Bayer Leverkusen and Granit Xhaka said there's one training that he trained with Xabi Alonso, the passing.
Passing, yeah.
The pass that he gives, the pass that he gives, it's always on the surface of the grass. No? It does not bobble.
Yep. It
Ooh.
doesn't
It
bounce.
doesn't
Yeah.
bobble. And Granit Xhaka said how many times he trained that only. It was not his instruction. No. He was just coming and then he called Granit, come, let's play. My pass warm up, right? And
Warm up.
yeah, and it does not need to say, I mean, action speaks louder than words, right? A player like
Yeah.
Granit Xhaka, who had tantrum in Arsenal, came
Mm-hmm.
into Bayer Leverkusen, feels that maybe he's the better and bigger player, bringing experience, but the motivation and the insights that he see that his coach is doing suddenly make him a better player in Bayer Leverkusen itself.
Mm.
He
Yeah.
said
I
after,
mean,
and he said after
con-
the training, he always does that to ensure he perfect the pass like his manager. Yes, go ahead. Yeah.
I mean, the another word other than unfazed is quiet confidence also lah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean I mean I always rated him to be better than Gerrard in the Liverpool team, and I think
Mm-hmm.
it was I mean it shows that where he went in his career and everything. I'm not mocking Gerrard or whatnot. Gerrard is a good player, but at the same time I think Xabi Alonso was amazing in Liverpool.
I agree. I
So
agree. Sorry to say, he's just Spanish lah. I mean, if you if you find with the English Steven G, of course, all the year round. Right?
I mean yeah, the English speaking
Yeah.
fans and everything will think like Stevie G was good. Yeah, Stevie G was good, but I mean, but that is the part that Alonso were also probably as good, if not better.
Mm-hmm.
I
That's
think
true.
he's the best. I mean, he's the best.
I
Range of
agree, lah.
passing,
That one,
calm.
correct, correct.
Don't
Yeah.
don't sleep.
Well, the can happen to anyone, lah. I mean,
It can
let's be
happen to
fair,
anyone,
lah.
but except Xabi Alonso.
I said, yeah.
Yeah. Well, you guys have to bring it up, the Gerrard slip. They don't like it, lah. You all bad
Um,
people,
You
lah.
pula
so
You all
defend
just
now.
terrible.
You pula defend.
so
Okay lah. Have to lah. Sorry
because
Liverpool fans. Sorry.
that's it.
Sorry. Minta maaf ah. Minta maaf.
So that's an inside joke to someone we fondly know when we always talk about the Gerrard slip.
It's not.
Yes.
It's not someone. It's not someone.
We know.
Every Liverpool fan out there, even Kevin included, will never recognize other players' contribution to the club. For example, Jordan Henderson, Xabi Alonso, the players which make a difference.
Yeah.
Even recently, Luis
Even
Diaz,
Luis
Sadio
Suarez.
Mane, Luis
Yep.
Suarez, they won't give that one all. But for them, Van Dijk is still world-class player. Salah is the best left footer in the world. These are how they see things. They only see things in extremes.
I like how we circle back to Liverpool back.
Circle back.
No,
So
it is the Liverpool episode.
It is a
What?
Liverpool episode
all right.
with a song all.
So all right. So exactly right. So with song and all that. So and yeah. All right. So finally, United and Brighton. Woohoo! Nice, man. I think was what 3 wins in a row now, and
That guy is finally going to get his haircut.
yeah, man, 2 more games, the guy gets a haircut, man. So yeah, so he might get a discount, never know. So wow, I think from the okay, where do I start? I mean, well, maybe Sharif once again, man. I mean, we all watched the game, obviously, and I mean, of course, on a side note, yeah, we Kuhan, you were mentioning that United looks more clinical, and I think I mean, I'm only talking about first half for now. I think once again, right, never took the pedal off the gas, right? They were on front foot. They were pressing, playing high, very pressing high, and all that stuff. Very good initial 3-0. And then came the substitutions and all went haywire, right? So for a while. So Sharif, before I get into more of my details and all that, maybe you could just share with us on what worked.
And what did it?
Yeah, I think if from a point view of a MU fan, right? A Manchester
Mm-hmm.
United fan, I think it's a great win, 4-2, right? Done. But from a footballing perspective, right, a lot happens, Matt. Go ahead, right? I think one we touch a lot, right, Matt? I think about this chaotic football or
Yep.
bring the level of the opponent to yourself. I think this is I begin to see perhaps when we look back from Sunderland
Mm-hmm.
and then after the Brentford game, right? Many times, I think you also said that there's always when the goalkeeper gets the ball, it's no more building up from the back anymore. It's just straight away launch.
Yes.
But it's not
Yep.
Straight.
it's not to target Sesko, but to an area where they are already been drilled and trained so that they win the 50-50 ball, right? Or the second ball, and then start the attack around there, right? Imagine 4 goals, only one goal were from a build-up, which is the Sesko flip to Mbeumo.
Yes.
The other 3 goals were, I will say, yeah, some will say luck, some will say nasib, or some will say
Hey, Sanasib.
luck, let's say direct translation. But it's a self-inflicted stuff, lah, right? I mean, possession being lost at
Mm-hmm.
Brighton's box or maybe in their 25 yards
Yes.
area, right? And
Correct.
and this is also goes to what people are saying. I think Amorim saw and noticed that Brighton always build their attacking, always build their play from the back, right? So they don't press the
I mean,
back.
Brighton is known for that, what?
Yeah, so he does not, how do I say, go against, or how do I say, try to beat
He
beat
didn't. Yeah,
beat
he didn't try to
try
beat
to
that.
beat or try to press or something like that. He allowed them to play, but it allowed them to wait for the self-infliction and press when it matters, right? That's one. That's what I see one. But yeah, Matt, you did mention about the after the substitution and then the game went haywire, right? Clearly for me, the first thing that I'm worried, I want to hear also other United fan as well, right? I know that Amorim this season have elected 6 of his leadership team, right? Of
Mm-hmm.
course, you have your Bruno, and then you have your deputy Harry Maguire, right? And then you have Matthias Cunha, and then you have oh my god, I'm losing the names as well. Matthias Cunha, your Diego Dallo,
Yep.
yeah, Diego Dallo, and then
Wait, what? The whole team got leadership. Like, at least more than half the team.
even Real Madrid also has that as well. I mean, Real Madrid also has
I know they
the,
have the
the
leadership team.
leadership
Most
team.
clubs have.
Yes. So So what I'm trying to pinpoint out from the six, five of them played in the game. Five of them played in the game. And okay, yes, maybe Casemiro went out, so there are four of them, right? Including Dalo, Bruno, Cunha, right? And then, I mean, we played the game, right? 3-0. It's like, I mean, Matt, you were mentioning in the WhatsApp chat, game over. Done. Right? And when they get and they went got and Brighton got the goal 3-1, I was really surprised. I was really surprised
Correct.
Why?
how I'm not surprised Brighton score, but I was really
Okay.
surprised how Man United fragile they are. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
MU is fragile.
with the leadership's team that they have and everything, it really shows that clearly. Even though, I mean, we say a lot of, not we, but a lot of people are saying, the system, the
Mm-hmm.
manager, the 3-4-3 and everything. It's still that we don't have the characters and mentality. If you want to build a great team, you need to have players believing that we can shut this down, believing that what, it's only 3-1, we are going to win, we are going to score two, right? I think I did mention
Hmm.
when City was it when the famous 6-0, right? Oh, the entire
Which 6-0?
when City won with Alex Ferguson, Man United at Old Trafford 6-0.
When City beat United, yeah.
Well, I mean, to be fair, City has beaten United a lot. That's why I
I
asked
know,
you
I know,
that.
I know, I know, I know, I
Not
know,
to.
I
Not.
know.
I just
But
want to jog
during
my
that
memory.
time, the whole team believed that they're gonna get the goal. They're gonna get the goal, and they thought, okay, let's get one goal because they were behind like 3-1 or something. They said one goal, and then we do it. And then Ferguson did not stop. So for me, why I'm comparing is not to say the history of Alex Ferguson and his team, but the contrast. The contrast of believing. If you couldn't believe
Yeah.
on your own capabilities and your team capabilities, how you want to go up? How you want to go up? So for me, that is a worrying. Of course, we got a goal, and then it,
So
it,
you're
it came.
talking about mentality, lah,
Yes,
basically.
mentality,
I think
character.
that the nostalgia of MU fans thinking that they can go and grab the game and everything like that all, I think it haunts them as well now, because that
Yeah,
you wonder why they cannot go on for more goals, why they never. But in my opinion, MU played a good game. The you see, and of course, I have a friend who also on the phone. He was telling me that the moment they took out Casemiro for Ugarte, that's when the goal started entering. I said that the removing Casemiro was the most important thing they
wasn't
did,
me.
because they were the concede. Ah, no, wasn't you? Even you also said the same thing. That's why I was thinking, why? You see, Sharif said the same thing. Matthew agreed with Sharif. Then my friend also, he called me and
He's an
told,
MU fan.
he told me the same thing. He's a MU fan. He's a
Okay,
MU fan. Then I was telling that, in my opinion, Casemiro doesn't have the legs to play that high octane pressing intensity football. That's why they have to bring Ugarte. And the goal by Danny Welbeck is a set piece goal. It's not by open play. So there is. I mean, I see your point, the mentality part, but this is not a winning MU team. This is a normal team with a lot of good players, expensive players, a lot of flops in between and everything, mismanagement. There is this three games they are winning is great, but this is not the solution for the
I
problem.
agree.
They are, my opinion, there are still things which will come and haunt them. But you see, like I mean, I think we had this in the group chat, right? We were talking about XG. So if you see the XG is basically, just for the audience to know, XG is expected goals, which means that the amount of chances you get, and these chances can be graded. Like if you get a difficult chance, your XG is very less, and then you score the goal. Or so your XG is accumulation of all the chances you have. Oh, you want to know what's the XG of MU against Brighton? MU
Mm-hmm.
XG is 1.24. That means they're expected to score 1.11
Right.
goal lah. And Brighton is 1.22, also one game. So based
Mm-hmm.
on the overall game, this game is supposed to be a draw game. But MU scored 4 goals. That means extraordinary circumstances.
Mm-hmm.
The deflection, that was the extraordinary circumstances. The chances they got were hard chances to score, and they scored. Brighton did not take their chances. So, as I was telling my friend, MU now, they have players who can score those goals compared to
Yes.
last season. So, this is the problem. But as their structure, how they play, they are not dominant. They are not putting the feet down. But to be fair, Brighton is a very, very good possession team. And Brighton is also a very emotional team. The moment the second goal entered, Brighton couldn't play their game.
Mm.
If you notice,
Yep.
the moment the players' body language, that second goal was like, this is not our day, like that.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to
Mm-hmm.
understand, Brighton has won in Old Trafford 3 times already, 3 times in a row. So they are quite confident as well, and they have players who have been playing there as well. So I think what Sharif is trying to say, which I actually agree, there is this mentality problem, and I don't know how to solve that.
Exactly,
Actually,
man.
how do you solve that?
Psychiatric, maybe, I don't know.
How? How?
That's where that's for me is the difference. I think again I got to quote Arsenal, right? I mean they also had good players and so on, right? But now I do believe they have players that who believe the
Yes,
process.
yes.
One thing they also believe that even though they concede the goal, they believe that they will get a goal.
Yep. And I saw this thing in Arsenal, especially how they played against Newcastle. I mean, I'm not saying that Newcastle is a team where everyone has to beat to win something, but I think that Newcastle is a team that if you play against them, you're going to get a good football match. And
Mhm.
Arsenal was bullied big time for the last 3-4 games against Newcastle. But with the last game they played, you showed their mentality. It's like you can make fun of Arteta being second for like 4 times in a row or something like that, but that teaches you something, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Mhm.
What's
Yeah.
after number two, number one, right? So it eventually
Yeah.
have to
I
be lah.
mean,
That's why it's theirs to lose lah.
It's the title for him to lose.
you may lose the title. If they lose the title this time, I mean, they are now so-called favorites.
Yeah.
If they lose the title, I don't know what else to say for them. I
I
mean,
agree.
like
We will have a special dedication 1 hour slot for Arsenal.
one episode
One
only
episode
for
for
Arsenal.
Arsenal.
We dissect the team,
Trust
everything.
process,
Definitely.
whatever. Let's do that.
Let's do that. But
Yeah.
coming back to MU, I think that what I want to say is that though I think it was good that MU beat Liverpool and Liverpool going through his slump and whatnot, but I still feel this MU team is not very convincing.
I agree. Uh, the idea that maybe I can top up, right, Matt?
Mhm.
The idea when you are playing this chaos football or high chaotic football, whatever they call it right now, right?
Can I ask something? Why do you use the word chaotic football?
It
Because it's not a new concept, right?
it's not a but that's what they call the chaos theory or
No,
something.
I know. I mean, the like, I think I just want to add this. How Newcastle plays is it always the top three strikers, including Liverpool also, they can do whatever they want to cause chaos. So when you're saying MU is doing it, you're trying to say they are playing without a system. They're not putting the cross to Sesko. They just do like whatever comes in between. Whoever comes, run, shoot. They don't care. Are you trying to mention that?
No. What I'm trying to say, I think couple episodes I mentioned that
Yeah, yeah.
they are
You mentioned
trained,
that.
right? It's also the same like how Bournemouth and Crystal Palace are playing, but in a different profile, right? So they don't use the center line to pinpoint the pass. They don't high press. So the idea is they train to an area where like where you mentioned the XG is, right, where they are
Mhm.
comfortable and where the data shows where the shots are going into that there are high chances getting goals.
Of scoring.
And like I mentioned, from that 4 goals, that's only one build up. That shows
Yep.
even though yes deflected, one was okay maybe Cunha's brilliance, right? But
But it's good.
but if you look, it was all because due to it was not only just one time they Brighton lose the ball, right? Like for example, the first goal, the Cunha goal, right? The left back won the ball, brought it up, Euro intercept, and then lost the ball again, and then Ahmad intercept,
Yeah.
right? And then so that's the chaos that I'm trying to say. You see, because Brighton couldn't play their their their
Tiki
triangle
taka.
and then stuff, and that is why I got to add, and that is why actually Obi Mainu who came in for Casemiro, right? When he came in, he's the Eric Ten Hag style of play. He's looking for the triangles. He's looking for the 1-2 pass. For
Okay, he's looking for the
Yes.
system
correct,
concept.
correct.
He doesn't. He doesn't want to distribute and
Exactly.
just
You don't
go
see Kobe
forward.
Mainu boom boom. Now I understand why
You're
he
trying to say they don't. They're not going direct, lah.
somehow people will. That's why Arne Slot is telling that they are playing long ball. Long ball meaning like you're playing
No,
that.
it's direct.
Yes,
Yeah.
where you're playing to Chris Wood and then Chris Wood scores. Right. That's for me how long ball is. This is where you're playing to Sesko, you're playing to Mason Mount, you're playing to Cunha, but either you're going to flick or you're going to let the opposition win the ball
Runner,
or hit the ball to an area where where you're
you
trained,
can win back.
where you're trained, where you have people around there, and that's what Jurgen Klopp did as well in Borussia Dortmund. Yeah, I mean he had also not I will say a strong midfield as well, right? But he had the runners, your Marco
Athletic
Royce,
midfield.
exactly, your Marco Royce, your
Yeah.
Godzes, right? So he just pumped the ball into an area, and then win the area, and then win the ball, right? And then that's it. then you're, oh my god, where did the person went over, right? And that's what I meant with the chaotic football. And now I begin to see, right? Now I begin to see why Mainu couldn't maybe adapt to the play, and Amorim saw that and quickly bring in
And they
Ugarte.
moved him.
Yeah, I moved him to up
Yeah.
and then quickly brought Ugarte in because
Yeah. Yeah.
and because he needs that to break down the
The physicality,
triangle and everything,
the
right?
athleticism. Yeah. 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 Okay.
Cool.
That's good.
So of course we have come to the end of the show, and well, of course we have the upcoming fixtures. United will be meeting. United faces Nottingham Forest. United playing away.
Easy.
Okay. Well, let's hope.
Two long
And
ball team,
let's
eh?
see.
Sean Dyke.
So Sondage Mendes. So let's see. Then we have Burnley against Arsenal.
Ooh.
We have, hang on, we have Spurs and Chelsea.
Ooh.
Ooh, and Liverpool goes against Goody Benin.
Oh my
Ooh.
god. Away or
Home in Anfield. They're playing in
Ooh.
Anfield.
but
Yeah.
Villa
And
could manage to get a result. I think a couple of times Villa did manage got results in
yeah,
Anfield.
yeah, yeah.
Villa is still a good team. It's just that you cannot compete in all competition because their squad is depleted.
Yeah.
Villa is still a good team. On their day, they can beat anyone.
Yeah. And
That's
Pep
true.
was saying also at a press conference, right? He really find it difficult to play with Villa. I don't know. Sometimes,
Especially Unai Emery lah.
yeah.
So,
Sometimes sarcasm also. He's the one who said Man United are back. How many times? Celaka punya orang.
so of course, guys, speaking of Pep, they will be facing Bournemouth.
Wow,
Weekend.
that is an
Yes.
interesting game.
So interesting game to watch as well.
Chaotic football versus possession ball. Who do you think will win?
That'd be very interesting to watch. Yeah.
They also playing
They are not.
Ole Gunnar.
Ole Gunnar is a legend now. Huh?
Yes,
Everyone is now adapting.
So, of course, ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of the show. And for those who are new here in this channel, for those who have just tuned in, hey, do us a favor, hit the like and subscribe button, the usual drill, turn on the notifications bell, and stay tuned to weekly updates, obviously filled with banters, football talks, and obviously with the realities there as well. Yeah. So, in our respective remote studios, joining us was Shariff. Kuhan is back once again. And this is me, Matt, signing out as your host. On to the next episode. Peace out.
Darkness,
Cheers.
my old friend. Have to lah.